Hello, everyone. I'm Flávio from Weboost, one of the leading performance agencies in Portugal, and today I'm joined by Eldar, one of the members of Growave, and a long-lasting and, of course, for the future, a long-lasting partner from Weboost. And Growave, it's basically a loyalty program that easily integrates with Shopify and other platforms connected with Shopify. So, Eldar, explain me a little bit what's Growave and how it surfaced.
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot for inviting and having me here. We're building customer retention platform, and the amazing part that it's in Growave, you can expect getting like loyalty program itself, but plus on top of this, you have reviews, wish list, and all of them, natively integrate with each other. So the amazing part, like the kind of platform, is that it simplifies everything for you. When you don't have to think about how data sharing is happening between those apps, or how customer experience is built, if it's really fragmented, or all of them are going seamlessly and smoothly for your customers. And that's something we're obsessed with, ensuring that your customers can easily, rewarded for leaving reviews, or they can easily personalize a customer experience with, customer intentions, how they're saving particular items to the wish list, or how they're referring their friends. So all of them connected, works perfectly with each other. It's something that we are building here at Growave.
And it's pretty interesting because in the past we have worked with Growave and other loyalty programs and loyalty solutions for Shopify, but something that we've noticed, and especially when it comes to the experience of the client with the platform, it's there are some things related to the platform where it basically detaches them from the rest of the basically the other competitors, and I wanted to know, in your opinion, what are those things that really stand out on Growave that makes it different from other loyalty programs?
Yeah, well, I'm a little bit biased, here, but anyway, I'm a strong believer that everything should be simplified, and even if it's built for a huge brand like one brand meaning 100 million in GMV, when they have very complicated scenarios for everything, even for those brands, everything should be very simple, and that's something that we have in our mind when building everything at Growave, and that helps us to stand out, ensuring that when you work with Growave, everything is quite simple. You don't have to, spend huge amount of your time to set up everything, to manage everything. But while it's easy to manage, work with this, it's still really powerful and very flexible. And so it starts with how it's embedded right into your Shopify admin panel. So you don't have to leave to other space. It's still in the admin panel, and it's embedded right into Shopify. Like when you're browsing your customers or whatever pages in Shopify, you can easily connect with Growave. And it starts with how everything looks like. We are using absolutely the same UI kit that Shopify use, so it looks very similar. You don't have to learn something new. And all things like how you manage, how you set up, how you launch, and how you customize, all of them very done in a simplified way to ensure that you don't spend too much of your time, energy, and overthinking about all those things. And yes, things could be a bit complicated, and you still may need someone who can, explain and set up some kind of very complicated flows. And here, what we do, like we provide personal onboarding managers, personal strategy managers who help you to migrate when you have a bunch of data on other platform, who help you to launch, set up everything, just to ensure that everything is everything very simple. And on top of this, what we do and invest a lot into those integrations we have at Growave. I can say that we have a bunch of them. I guess in the market, we may even have less integrations than other counterparts, but and here's the reason. When we do those integrations, we spend a lot of time to ensure that all of them are very similar, so very easy for brands to manage and work with. And yeah, it takes a bit more time just to do all those discoveries, research, and building, shipping, all those things, and you spend more time after shipping, like polishing everything. But it pays back. It helps you to provide one experience for your customers, and everything's simple to manage and use.
In the end, it's what really stands out, in our opinion as well at Weboost, and of our experience that we had with past clients, is that in the end, what stands out is that Growave is fully customized for your business and for your needs. So and sometimes it's difficult for the customer to understand that retention, it's the next step for your e-commerce to become something big in the end. A place where your customers really like to spend time in, because they will basically create that loyalty through your product, through your experience, but then there's something else to it, and there's something else that you can do as a business to basically to bring back those customers. And in our experience, a lot of clients have this difficult process which is making a loyalty program, because especially when it comes to smaller clients, they have this trouble. Why will I offer something for people to come back? And in your opinion, what basically should be the starting point for a business to when they decide, okay, this is the time for me to move forward with a loyalty program? Because in the end, the loyalty program is there to solve something, which is bringing back clients.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the great question. I would say I saw many brands, different size, different industries, and seeing the same thing, that at some point it's so obvious that you should build this loyalty program. And many of brands, at some point they figure out that, okay, I have to do something with this because I have loyal customers. I have customers who can potentially come back. And the only thing I do here to bring them back is, running sales campaigns, dropping price and so on. And when you're playing this discounting game, especially when acquisition cost is growing up, and your margins obviously going to shrinking, and profitability is keep dropping simply because you bringing back them only through discounts. And I think that's a field that many brands at some point it sounds them so obvious that they have to do something with this. And I guess it's the right moment to do this step. Because at the beginning, it's all about just making sure that you're a little bit more visible, and you can drive your energy to ads, campaigns, whatever, just to get more people to go back to your store. But at some point, when you have audience, when you have some, you see some patterns for particular customer segments, and you can easily, segment them, then it's right time to think, okay, I see that those customers have a potential to make this third, fourth order, and those customers could be my advocates. And I need something, a kind of tool that helps me, first of all, to automatically and easily segment them and provide a kind of right experience and treatment for each segment. And have more tools, more leverages to ensure that I can, change the behavior. I have more power than beyond those discounts, because at the end of the day, discounts is something that eats your margin, and that's something that can do many other brands. And if the only reason why they keep buying from you is only about price, then it's definitely the bad game.
We've actually experienced some really small, a lot of damage coming from that overload of discounts. And every time that you want the customers to return, you do discounts, and that's definitely not the way, because in the end you will always be associated with a brand that's only selling through discounts. And in the end, once you launch a season collection or something that you are selling on full price, it's people won't buy it, because they know that once you put it on discount, we will be able to get it. And in the end, that kind of kills some businesses. And in my personal experience, I've seen that happening, and that's where a loyalty program comes in, where people are really engaged with that brand, especially not just because of the price, but because of the experience and the attention that they get. And in the end, for a brand, ex-customer or a person that's already bought something from us is always more likely to come back. And in the end, that's where the loyalty program comes in, because if the conversion rate on those specific users that already bought from us is already high, imagine if you have a loyalty program supporting it and in the end giving rewards to these clients. But what something that I wanted to cover with you was basically the loyalty program as a whole. It brings something to the table, and loyalty programs are often related to just giving points back to their customers through purchases. But there's something else to it that we can do with Growave, which is basically sharing integrations with not just Klaviyo but also Naps, something that we've discussed before. But in the end, it's not just related with purchases, but also with customer engagement. And if you have an engaged audience that basically produces content to your brand, that's basically speaking about your brand, and they are our brand advocates, in the end, they also get they get rewards from it. And I wanted to know, in your opinion, which is the starting point for a brand to go forward with these types of decisions, to make it to make the loyalty program a bit more open to everyone, and not just the people that bought from us, but also the people that are brand advocates in the end.
Well, I'll say, like, when you design your loyalty program, you have those things like in your mind, like segmenting your customers and seeing, like, if you're launching particular, let's say, rewarding for referring friends, you always have this in mind, like, why I'm doing this particular earning rule, and who's going to do it, and at what stage of the customer journey they are going to especially refer someone. And when you think, when you structure the program and think about who is it for, and at what stage, it really helps and simplify for you to figure out what kind of rewards should be built, and the value, the currency, the exchange rates, so everything. It could be easily built on top of this. And when you're doing those things, it's all about the audience size. Like, if you see that there's a huge audience, they one-time buyers, then maybe it's the right time to think about what you could do to have like a kind of small conversion from one-time buyers to customers who place a second or third order. And then again, if you have a kind of segment when it's sizable, they do 2-3 orders, you may think, like, at what stage they may consider to do the next step, or what kind of thing may bring back them to your store. And of course, when you have loyal customers, you may have so many things in your mind what you could do when they are loyal, when they love your brand, when they support your values, your story, and what you stand for. You can easily build on top of this kind of experiences that helps you to reinforce those relationships, and of course bring more customers back to your store. And I had one more conversation when hearing, like, things like we mentioned, all those social sharings, user generated content, and I had a conversation that AI really we see that right now many people find things about brands through AI. Yeah. And the last announcement from Shopify that they make it possible to check out, right, ChatGPT, it makes more and more people to start their search, start their discovery right from tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity. And the thing that when you think about those things, there's another opportunity when you can help your customers drive and create more content custom reviews or social posts, whatever, and when you can reward those behaviors, those actions, it could pay back to your brand as
definitely.
like something that that's something that helps those AI tools learn about your brand.
And in the end, that's actually related with the theme that we discussed before. That brands really tend to invest a lot on sales campaigns, and in the end, they have all other sources. Which, in our opinion, it's something kind of balanced, because we, as a digital agency, we have soon understood that for you to be successful as a business, you have to basically upscale your business on 360 degrees. You have to cover all of the areas, and one of the most important areas that some businesses tend to forget is that using your customers to promote your product, it's the best way you can promote your product. And in the end, when it comes to the loyalty program, the Growave loyalty program, it's that in the end, you as a business, as a product that you are offering, you want to offer an experience in the end. And it's something that we've done in the past with your loyalty program with a client, is that they were basically launching this strategy on 360 degree, covering UGC, influencer marketing, and also paid media campaigns, and basically the campaign was focused on uniting three generations on a footwear brand, and basically explaining it or showing to the audience how that brand could basically touch all of those generations, not just the younger generation, but also the older generation. And in the end, it came to a point of that campaign where the most loyal customers were basically invited to the event, and also becoming part of something bigger for them in the end, which is being closer to the brand, closer to the brand ambassadors that you see and are known as people that you see on the TV, and another one. So in the end, that's it where the loyalty program comes in. It's basically providing an experience to the customers. And one thing that actually surfaced in the past few weeks, it's something that we've discussed before, but is that one of our clients, Viela, which is also working with Naps, and it's basically a lifestyle clothing brand from Portugal, one of our beloved clients. They are also turning for Growave as a solution for them. And I wanted to know, by your experience, what would be the best way for Viela to integrate the app on this first stage? Should they go to the market with everything prepared, everything set up as they want to see it in the future, or what's the best way for a customer to start with Growave?
Yeah, we're really excited starting working with Viela too, and especially so many partners, friends working together on the same project like NEPS, you guys, and really excited. And answering to your questions, I think that's something I talked earlier, that many brands make those mistakes when they think that when they are launching the customer retention program, they think that it should be perfect. It should be built in a mind that it covers everything, all the customer segments, all possible ways of scenarios, what may happen with those customers and the expectations. But true that most of successful loyalty programs, they start slowly. They have, of course, all of them have a kind of vision what kind of platform they're going to be, and how what kind of program may look like for end customers. And they split into stages. Like in the first stage, it could be a kind of foundation. It includes all basic things, where I will say, like, when you're 100% sure that all those things, fits perfectly for your brand, for your audience, and there's no any questions if you should, have a particular BIP tiers, particular perks, benefits, experience. And if you're sure, it's something that you should build and ship first. And at the second stage, it's something that, evolves in something that adds at top of your foundation. And when you have, in most of cases, some, doubts, maybe it may work or not. We may do, some research maybe at some stage, or may launch it slowly, just to ensure that how check those customer feedbacks, their reaction, if they interacting with those experiences. And that's how you learn what you should do next. In most of cases, even those brands who build those roadmap and have a third stage in mind, in most of cases, they change everything. Yeah. So by the moment when they tested many things in the half year, they see that, okay, we should move in another direction. And that's the main thing I'm suggesting, like start slowly, one by one, and you will see reaction of your customers. You see what's working, what's not. And based on this, you can optimize your existing loyalty program structure, but also build new things purely based on your customers' feedback.
Yeah, as everything in the e-commerce ecosystem and the digital ecosystem, listening to our customers, it's always the best solution for every problem. We are almost in the ending topics of our conversation, and one thing that I wanted to ask, and also regarding Weboost as an agency. How do you see these types of partnerships with agencies, and also supporting and not just agencies, but with also other partners like NAPS, for example? How do you see these partnerships coming through in the future, and what new things can you guys as a platform bring for the future that will really stand out and make the e-commerce clients especially better in the future?
Yeah, thanks a lot for the amazing question. That's something that stand out at Growave in partnership, that we truly believe that partnership should be like, it's not about the count, it's all about quality. It's something that you invest a lot in those relationships, invest a lot in understanding that how you fit each other, understanding your customers, audiences, if we are targeting to the same audience, if you really want, and moving in the right direction. If everything aligns perfectly, I would say, like, all things we do, they compound, like results compound, and it helps us, build the right things for agencies to ensure that they can give more value to end customers. I would say, like, that's how we built Klaviyo integrations overall, and we invested huge amount of time. And I would say it was shaped by agencies. Like they sharing their feedback, they need this and that, and that's how they taught us. Okay, honestly, we don't do many things. We are not Klaviyo elite experts, whatever, and we don't have such a extensive experience and skills in everything related to email marketing and Klaviyo. And that's how we learn what we should do to ensure that it gives real value and it impacts to end customers. Yeah, because in the end, it's basically what you've discussed before. You have to hear your client feedback, and in the end, your client, in this case, or the point of communication with your client, it's either the agency or the other partnerships that you have. So in the end, you will basically hear from the experience that the agency is getting with the client. You're so right. Yeah. And just to finish up, how do you see Growave in the future, and what do you want to bring to the table in the future? Right now we are working on so many things, and I was earlier sharing on LinkedIn that we are going to ship many, and every week we are shipping one amazing update. And one thing excites me and how I'm seeing and how it aligns with our vision is that we're trying to be a platform that simplify everything for e-commerce brands and all to all our partners, helping them to make their work easily without spending too much of the energy and time on this, and ensuring that we are on every surface, on every touch point of brand and customer, when we can ensure that we could be easily accessed through mobile channel, could be easily accessed through TikTok or social media channels, through Google and so on, and the same for offline experiences. So we are trying to be everywhere, and at every touch point and at every customer journey, we're ensuring that all things related to your customer engagement and customer retention tools, all of them are easily accessible, visible, and so easy and engaging for your customers. And with this in mind, we are shipping more and more updates that covers. Right now, we're shipping many things related to POS. We are launching new updates in upcoming week for B2B. Last week we launched store credits. And one more thing we are cooking, I didn't reveal it earlier. We are working on AI. It's a kind of thing that you can expect when you're working with Sidekick from Shopify, that you may ask questions, anything. Let's say I may go and ask, how many reviews I collected last week? Yeah. And it comes me with, you collected 20 reviews. It's less, than in previous week, for 5% less than previous week, and here's the reason. Yeah, and you should do next this or that.
Kind of briefs.
So we were thinking not about just giving some insight, but also first of all, insights.
It's another easy to understand. To listen to your customer.
Yeah, and it could be a tool that gives you insights. Helps you to troubleshoot, why it's not working, why those two customers didn't get those points. And it could check everything and can get back to you with, here's some configurations that, doesn't allow those customers to get those points. And of course, setting up, launching, whatever, when it may suggest, here's the best practices for the brands like yours in your industry, and it may work for you. Do you want to apply those changes? And you simply confirm it applies for you, so you don't have to go back, set up everything. So that's something that we are cooking, and the first beta version will be launched at the end of October. So that one of many things we are doing at Growave, just to ensure that Growave is overall, it's going to be very flexible, very powerful platform, but at the same time very easy to manage.
And so, and you also covered some points that a lot of people and a lot of clients in the end are not aware at the beginning. But the loyalty program, it's something that's supposed to be integrated with everything that you have on your business, not just the website, not just the app, but also the store and the physical experience, which in the end everything is part of this ecosystem. And it's definitely that the future of the clients with Growave integrated, it's bright, and that's how I want to close our conversation. I want to thank everyone for listening to our podcast, to joining us, and of course here with Eldar, and see you on another time.
Thanks so much.
That's it.